What a marvelous image we have of Jesus Christ, one with the Father. What one does, the other does. And of course, the greatest thing that we hear is giving life and forgiveness. When I was a kid, I remember hearing the phrase, to forgive is divine. I never quite understood what that meant until I got a little older. And I realized it's divine because it's not human. It's hard for humans to forgive. Even if we say we forgive, we don't forget. And when a person does it again, boy, they'll resurrect everything, and there it is, right in front of us. And so that's why over and over again, we hear God the Father described as a gracious, forgiving God. And we don't quite understand that because we don't experience it ourselves here on earth very often. True forgiveness when we've hurt someone or someone has hurt us. To forgive is not easy for a human being. And yet Jesus did that. Remember that during Lent, I say it so often, on the cross, Father, forgive them, for they don't know what they're doing. They're crucifying him. When I was in elementary school at St. Alphonsus, we had a movie about the Passion of Jesus. And all during it, I kept hoping it would end differently. But it ended the same way. And Jesus said again on the cross, in spite of the way he was treated, Father, forgive them, for they don't know what they're doing. And I think the part that amazes me, because it's so hard for us to do it, he gave them an excuse. Father, don't hold it against them. They don't understand yet. Give them another chance. How often are we able to rise to that standard? That's what Lent is all about. Letting go of self a little bit more. And the longer we live, the more we realize there's a lot to let go of that we overlooked when we were younger. We thought we were doing pretty well. But that selfishness stains so much of what we do because it sticks to our thoughts like glue. We can't let go of self, what I want, what makes me comfortable, what gives me pleasure. Husband and wife in the sacrament of matrimony are supposed to be bonding so thoroughly that they lift up each other. That's what the bond is all about. To lift up each other, to be aware of each other 24/7. And so often, as we hear of statistics in our country, 50% of marriages end in divorce. That's not true, though, of marriages in the church, because we go through a process of discernment. And husband and wife come together to pray in the Eucharist and hopefully at home. And so the statistics are a little better for us. But still, it is so hard. So this Lent, we're halfway through. And I think maybe a few of us might have been drifting a little bit from our Lenten resolves. That's what I used to hear in the sacrament of reconciliation the past a couple of weeks in various parishes. I've led up on my Lenten resolutions. It's because the world around us is on us 24/7. How can we turn our attention to the Lord just in the morning or just on a weekend and hope that it's going to last 24/7. We have to sensitize ourselves to God's presence frequently during the day. I have on my bathroom mirror just a little, Lord, give me wisdom. On my car dashboard, because no one drives as well as I do, Lord, give me patience. And every once in a while, I don't make a holy hour every day, but I just stop. Here comes so-and-so, and I know that's going to be a tough one. Or here comes the situation. Lord, give me strength. Lord, give me the help I need to be your face in this situation. Because the world around me, as I said, is 24/7, trying to mold me in its image and likeness. So I have to go and make a conscious effort. And even then, selfishness bubbles up sometimes unwanted, but still very, very strong. And thank God for that gracious forgiveness. So as we enter Eucharist again, let us try to identify with Jesus Christ a little bit more, as Jesus identifies with God the Father. After all, Paul calls us the body of Christ. That's how the world's supposed to come to know God, through the body of Christ, through the love of husband and wife, parents and children, through the care and generosity of friends. Let's enter this Eucharist once again and allow the Spirit of God to seep a little bit more deeply into our thoughts and into our feelings, so that we may be a little bit better today, the body of Christ.